But what I'm saying right now, early on, 2 minutes in, is I love this song. This one's incredibly good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's time. It's time to listen to Rain by Sleep Token. I have a feeling, guys. I have a very good feeling. Okay, we'll see by the end of this song if I'm completely wrong, but I feel like Rain, Take Me Back to Eden, and Euclid. You know, who counts to 3 like I just did? Nobody does that. I don't know why I did that. I feel like these 3 are going to be bangers. I have a very good feeling. I'm so excited about that. So, after these songs are over, after I get to Euclid, I'm going to do another live stream with Ace, Liz, Mike on Twitch, okay? A handful of people showed up last time and we had a really good time, and I hope that you guys can show up to this one as well, because we're going to be ranking all of Take Me Back to Eden in its entirety, and it's going to be super fun. So please show up to that. Either after the fact, I might edit in a time, or check my description or the pinned comment. They'll probably both have like the set date for this live stream, okay? It's going to be awesome. Please be there. Another quick shout out to everyone on YouTube, all the commenters, and especially everyone over on Patreon. So I know that everyone on Patreon, like, you're a patron, so you can see my videos like 2, 3, 4 weeks ahead, whatever. Like, that makes perfect sense. But I also feel like a lot of you guys do it because you want to support me, and like this content that I make, like, you like it. And I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And it is a major reason that I am able to continue doing this. You know, I have like a little incentive. Also, it's like really what started it, which is like the constant motivation, which is just like all the comments on YouTube and Patreon and stuff. Like, I really like just I really just like hearing what people think of this band, this music, and my interpretation of it, and like what it means to them and stuff. And I've said this a couple times in my videos in the past, but I'm just like reiterating that I like really appreciate talking to you guys. And if you're a lurker and you feel like leaving a comment, you know, leave a comment. Tell me, hey, I've been watching your videos for a while. I've been getting a few of those recently. I've been getting a few of those where people have been hiding in the shadows for a long time. They're like, oh, I've been watching your like all your videos since the beginning, and I really like this. I can't wait till you get to X song or something. You guys are awesome. Much love. And now we're going to get into Rain by Sleep Token. Let's go. I have the lyrics. I'm probably going to listen to this song twice.
So long that I almost became just a stoic statue fit for nobody. And I don't want to get in your way, but I finally think I can say that the vicious cycle was over.
This is big news. This is big news. Whoa. I like how it fades out. We can feel it all around us.
You cast the dust into nothing and wash out the soul from my head. So touch me again. I feel my shadow dissolving. Will you cleanse me with pleasure? Is that chemical cut that I can get down without?
I like how where his voice is going here. In sound. Ooh. Whoa. I'm not looking at what they're saying. Okay. So I'm gonna go back a sec. I'm not going to pause it and dissect all the music and the lyrics right now. I'm gonna listen to it fully all the way through. I know I'm pausing right now. And then we're going to go back because I have a lot to talk about both in the lyrics and the music itself. I wish this was louder. I wish I could hear it louder. But what I'm saying right now, early on, 2 minutes in, is I love this song. This one's incredibly good. Okay, so at 146, I'm gonna not pause it anymore, guys. We're gonna go through the music. If you want to hear like my opinions and my thoughts and like me breaking down some of the drum parts, then that'll be after. Okay, so stick around. Oh, these drums are so good. Nice little drum fill to transition.
If maybe it's all just a game. When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name.
It goes back to that same atmospheric sound. It's a slow build. I felt that there. I felt it was coming. Is it over already? Ooh, and I like how we can actually hear the rain in the background. Ooh. Wow, that one was incredible. I say wow after a lot of my videos, I notice, like whenever I'm editing. I'm going to talk about the lyrics first, and then I really want to go back and talk about the drum parts. So for this first verse, with all these lyrics, I can take it two different ways. And one of the ways is deeply personal for me. And let's say this video gets like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, I don't know. Like, I feel like at least one other person can relate to what I'm going to say. He says, "For so long I've waited, so long that I almost became just a stoic statue, fit for nobody." I feel like these words, the stoic statue, fit for nobody, and it's his self-worth and his thoughts of himself, like taking it all the way back to Fall for me. And a lot of songs, he does not think very highly of himself. But we had just listened to Do You Wish That You Loved Me? And him asking himself that exact same question, him looking at himself in the eyes in the mirror and saying, "Do you wish that you loved me?" And having this like constant view of yourself and thinking that you're fit for nobody definitely wears on you. It can definitely turn you into this stoic statue, this person who pushes everyone else away, or at least like thinks, "Oh, I'm not going to ever be in a relationship," or something like that. Like, I'm not really fit for anybody, so I must be a garbage person. And it's just a vicious cycle. Just yesterday, I was watching football and I kept on seeing this commercial, and the commercial was like, if you say you can do it or you say you can't do it, you are correct. You are correct. Whatever you believe, that's going to be your reality. So it's hard for you to fully commit to, fully believe that you're doing good or you're worth love or whatever. You're not a piece of shit or something. And whenever you have those thoughts, it just kind of becomes a reality. And I understand what he's saying. He says, I don't want to get in your way. In one instance, he's saying get in his own way. But I finally think I can say that the vicious cycle was over the moment you smiled at me. The moment he smiled at himself, the moment he broke those chains, that constant pain that he was pushing against every single day. It could mean that. And it could also mean this other person. This could be a brand new person. Somebody not part of the cycle, because this whole vicious cycle could be internally, or it could be the vicious cycle, the toxic relationship that he has with sleep or another person. Because I think this is someone new. I think this is someone new that's smiling at him for the first time. And the next lines here I like a lot. So rain, it seems like, is seen as this cleansing thing, because he says, just like the rain, you cast the dust into nothing and wash out the salt from my hands, which is obviously his tears, because he's had a lot of that. So touch me again. I feel my shadow dissolving. Will you cleanse me with pleasure? These lines make me think of another person. And I remember, because recently, just a couple days ago, I listened to the From the Room Below version of Give, and I remember the line, I am the shadow, you're a passenger. And he says, I feel my shadow dissolving. And back in Give, I equated that shadow as sleep, because he's the vessel. All of it. So it's getting rid of sleep, getting rid of that toxic thing that was destroying him in a lot of ways, mentally, emotionally, whatever else. And I have another thing that kind of ties to it in this next line, but we'll get down to it. It's that chemical cut that I can get down with, up like the moon and out like the hounds, a dangerous disposition, somehow refracted in light, reflected in sound. I like how these opposites I can get down with, and then up like the moon, and then refracted in light, reflected in sound. I love how his wordplay. He always has amazing wordplay. And not that a refraction of light has much to do with shadows, but it is true that he made a deal with sleep. I mean, it's true. He made a deal with sleep, and it has to do with music. So it's whenever I think of light, I think of the shadow, which is sleep, and then I think reflected in sound, which is what he gives out, Don't forget I said all that. I'm coiled up like the venomous serpent, tangled in your trance, and I'm certain you have got your hooks in me. Why would he say hooks? For so long, it's you have your teeth in me. Take a bite. Okay, it's been a thing. It's been a thing this whole time. Even there's vor in this album, So why would you consciously say hooks? And I think it's because it's a different person. I really believe that. So in the next line, he says, I know the way that it goes. You get what you give, you reap what you sow. And this repetition of I know, it's he's gone through it, because I think he made this deal with sleep and he's had this relationship. And whenever I say sleep, it could always mean another person, this toxic thing. And he reaps what he sows. He's been through it. He understands. But he says, I can see you in my fate. I know, I am what I am. He's has this self-acceptance, which is really big for him. The mouth of the wolf, the eyes of the lamb. He can say certain things, but he internally is innocent. Possibly, I'm not sure. So darling, will you saturate? I saw this word, I heard this word, and I was thinking of Aqua Regia. What was it? Gold rush, acid flux, saturate me, I can't get enough. Really good. So I wonder if back in even that song, he was talking about a different person. Maybe, but I really like the word saturate, because saturate is fill entirely. If you saturate a sponge or something, you fill it up with water and then it's fully saturated, and then you can squeeze it out and get all the water out. So that's what that means. You guys know what that means. I did not have to get, I don't know why I had to mansplain to you right there. And then these closing lines, and then the rest of it kind of also makes me think it's just one person. He said, a new person. He says, nobody can say for certain. Maybe it's all just a game. When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name. So he genuinely sees this person in his future, unless it's just a game, unless it's just a temporary thing, because he has kind of become hardened, stoic, no emotions in the past. So he doesn't know if this is necessarily real, but he wants it. Rain down on me. rain down on me. He keeps on saying that because he wants to be cleansed of his past and to move on, basically. So now I'm going to listen to the song again, and I'm going to break down a little bit of the drums.
For so long I've waited.
I really enjoyed the piano, because it's like we do have a lot of the songs where we start with the piano and then his vocals as well, but it's like he immediately started singing. It wasn't just like piano playing for like 10 seconds or something. In a lot of songs that 2 uses the drum pad, it seems like the drum pad, it maybe in Dark Signs there was some parts that was like slightly more complicated, but for the most part it was, whenever it is used, it's like for simple stuff like this, you know. Okay, so this part here, I will not try to replicate it, but
Are you sure about that?
what he does, and I've called this out in a handful of things before, is let's say he's got the hi-hat here, right? Okay, so he'll start this with a little hi-hat hit, and then he goes into some crazy fill. It's like bunch of toms and then a snare, and then he goes to the open hi-hat. I do not have a good open hi-hat sound, but this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so he'll open up the hi-hat, and then ton of, you know, crazy whatever. And then he hits the open hi-hat, and then he goes into more of the drum fill. And then he does that like twice, where he like, his just methodology for like how he does it is absolutely insane. I want you guys to hear this. I feel like some things should not be allowed. I feel like some of this. Vessel goes really high, and then 2 goes. I was kind of off. But it's like, it was like a slowed down, good transition to this part here, which is a lot more like emotional sounding.
When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name. So rain down on me.
So I have nothing more to add in terms of the drums and such. Like musically, I could see this song being like a top song from this album. But like I said, check out our live stream coming up after Euclid comes out. Okay, probably the exact same day that comes out, we're going to premiere it and then go straight over to the Twitch stream. So please join us in that. But if this song means what I think it does lyrically, then it definitely opens a lot. But at a base level, I feel like we can agree that Vessel is becoming healed. Like he seems like he's better in a lot of ways. Like his self-image and stuff, and his mental seems like it could be a lot better. And to me, that's really nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. So let me know if you think I'm totally off in the lyrics and what you thought of the song overall, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.